Mo, 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 mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo. Do the crypto mo, 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 mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo. Do the crypto mo, 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 mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo. Do the crypto mo, 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 mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo, mo. Do the mo, mo. Do the crypto mo, 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 mo.
What's up, everybody? I'm looking slightly confused because I just want to make sure I'm not muted. Everything's good. All right. Screw that up enough times. All right. How's everyone doing? You guys pumped? I know a lot of people are in Pulse Chain. So if you're in Pulse Chain, you're fucking psyched right now. And if you're in Titan X, you're just waiting for the next pump. So for everyone who's in Titan X, let's fucking go. We're going to talk about Warp. They got some updates for us. They're going to give us a nice UI reveal. So let me pull them up on stage. We got our fine gentleman.
Oh.
Mr. Zenithan. From Titans LP. How you doing, sir? How
Hey,
you doing?
hi, Mo. I'm not just gonna like totally disregard.
All right, hang on. Before we get really crazy, last but not least, Mr. Johnny Papa Vegas.
Oh, Johnny.
Johnny, give it to me. How are you, sir?
I'm giving it to you tonight, brother. Dude,
How you guys doing?
How about it, dude? How about that? How
feel
about that
good.
Richard Hart news? Let's fucking go. This is a good start to the fucking weekend. Enjoying it. Good day today. Good day.
I got my hair styled.
Yeah, you did. Look at you,
Oh.
magnificent bastard.
I'm
you
gonna
look
rename
like
this.
a substitute teacher for like caveman studies or something.
I
Oh,
went
I
to the
love
guy.
it.
So this like 80-year-old Italian guy cuts my hair, and his name's Mario. And I
Of course
go in
he
and
is.
I'm on my phone showing him pictures of Matthew McConaughey.
He's like, you're not that guy. You're not that guy, dude.
He's like, you have he's like, you got really, really good hair. The whole time he's cutting it, he's like balding. You know, he's just got the hair around like that.
Yeah,
He's
dude,
like,
that's
your
my
hair-
people, bro.
Your hair
I
is
got
awesome.
the Manu I got the Manu Ginobili. Some reference it as the skin yarmulke, whatever your preference. That's Italians, bro.
amazing.
That's how we roll.
Mm.
Oh my lord.
I got my incense burning and got my candles lit.
Oh, are we gonna
So,
do that? All right, hang on.
this
Let
is
me
gonna be special.
set the ambiance.
Jesus Christ.
Mm.
Okay.
I should.
Everyone got their
That's the only
chi
thing I don't
right?
have down here. I need my singing bowl.
Come on, man. You gotta get your chi right.
It's gonna get real weird, guys. Strap in.
I'm gonna get the
take a
pH
breath.
balance just right. Okay.
All right.
Let's fucking go. All right, so Pulse Chain, awesome, super awesome, but we're here to talk about text for right now, and here to talk about Warp. So, you guys got some goods for us. I heard you are basically done. You're just waiting for the right opportunity, the right moment, and since you are done, you guys got a UI you're gonna show us.
Oh yeah.
So before we get to the UI, what's been going on? How you guys been?
We decided we're launching on Pulse instead. So
Strike while
I
the
fucked
iron's
up my
hot.
camera.
punch me. No. So I don't know if anybody need. Well, you know, we could go back on anybody can go back on other videos and see we've done a bunch with Umo. I mean, we did the white paper reveal, we did updates throughout there, what's going on. But I think actually since then, I don't know if we've talked since we've done the shift to X28. So that's how this is. Hey, Utah. So that I think people really need to understand my hands are really big. That's just the way it is. So I think people need to understand what Warp is actually going to be is I don't know what to do.
Jesus Christ.
Come on. Come on.
Are we gonna get? We made Mo go.
Oh my God, sorry.
Okay, so we essentially, so yes, Warp is auctioning 4 different protocol tokens in the protocol, right? But what that actually means is we're like the amount of ETH that it's going to take to launch Warp is going. We don't have. It's going to be a lot. But it's like going to be like 4 protocols acting all in unison at the same time. You know, the ETH component is going to be really interesting to watch. So, and what the ETH is going to do as an auction input, as it goes through the buy and burn process, as it goes through all of the as we're pulling it through the entire protocol, ETH first is going to be the one that goes to buy Titan X, actually, and the Titan X is going to transform into X28. So that's kind of like a behind the scenes thing, because you're going to be able to auction with X28 as well. So auctioning ETH, X28, Hyper, and Tink, right? And just so everybody, also just the basics, right, of Warp. The differences with us, we are going to have, yes, correct. So we're going to have our auction claim windows split up, right? So people first into the auction right off the bat when a new day starts, or when the first day, right when we launch, they will get to they'll get to claim right at the beginning of the next day. Anybody that auctions in the last half of any auction day, they don't get to claim until the last half of the next auction day. So what we're trying to what we've learned and what we're trying to understand is when you have a protocol launch, when you have a fair fair launch protocol in the Titan X ecosystem launch, we're trying to see what it's going to be like to offset the gamification that has seemed to creep up on a lot of protocols, where last second auction, immediate claim and dump, right? So we're trying to thwart that in a sense. But where we're not thwarting that is with Tink, because that is going to be the massive degen opportunity, where that's only open for 2 hours. And the last 2 hours, so hours 23 and 24. I'm sorry, what would it be then? Hours 22 and 23 into the end. They will get to go and claim right away. Thank you, Michael Todd, for being here from the Titan X main chat. So this is going to be there's going to be a lot of dynamics at play, right? And with the what is going to be laid upon me and Johnny is managing 4 separate LPs, and then some, right? Because there's going to be others, because there is no X28 Hyper LP right now, I don't think, right? And is there an X28 ETH? I don't think so. But we went around that by making it go, the ETH go to Titan X and Titan X go to, so we're fine on that. But at the same time, managing that many LPs on a daily basis, it's going to be like a full-time job, right? And because Johnny and I are so heavily involved with LP mechanics and all of the educational content that we provide in the Titans of LP Telegram, it's going to be a massive undertaking, and we're going to need a lot of support from the community, right? And to just be tuned in, watching what's happening, listening to what we're saying as we go through this. It's going to be an interesting ride. As far as actually launching, me and Johnny are fine with, it's not like timing the market, but it's more like timing the ecosystem, a little bit of timing the market, but also, when we're absolutely ready to finally hit that start button, we need to have just awareness spread, right? So it's going to be heavy marketing mode up until that point, because we want the Telegram popping, we want our X page popping, and we want all hands on deck to get as much participation as possible, because it's only going to be 7 days. It's 100 million tokens a day, 7 days, and that's going to be it, right? And that 100 million tokens is going to be split up between each. So it's 30%, 30, 30. It's 30, 30, 30, right, on the ETH, X28, and Hyper, and 10% for Tink. So.
Okay. That makes sense. And I understand that.
Yeah.
Look, I know there's an idea of launching at a bottom, and that's a great idea. I mean, yeah, it's a great idea for the individual investor to invest at the bottom, sure. But it's a little dicey, I feel like, for a protocol to launch at the bottom, because, like you said, you know, you need adoption. The distribution's going over 7 days. If volume is really, really low, there's not going to be a lot of adoption there if you're at the bottom. So I understand waiting until sentiment increases. That definitely makes sense. So that's basically just what you're waiting for, is maybe the bounce off the bottom here, sentiment to increase, and then maybe we'll see guys launch. Do you have any sort of time frame on, like, well, let me put it this way. What's the time frame on launching? Like, if tomorrow TitanX does a 10x and you're like, oh shit, let's fucking launch. Can you launch? You know, like, can you be like, hey, here's our launch window, we're going to launch on this day or whatever? Or, you know, do you guys need a couple weeks or?
Yeah, it would be weeks to a month probably. So,
okay.
Yeah. But, you know, either way, if things start popping off and we get a run like we did from August through October, yeah, that gives us, you know, we'll heed the call and get everything ready. But we have to finish up the front end testing, which it looks really good. So let me actually just pull that up, Mo, okay?
Yeah, I was like, I forgot about the fucking front end. That's the whole point for me, is I want to see this. I want to see the front end. I want to get psyched on this. I'm really psyched on Warp because I don't know if we talked about it enough, but I'm super excited for the Tink facet of the auctions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Allocating 10% to that, and then having it be this sort of degen facet of the protocol with the last 2 hours, you know, like, you know, maybe there's 10%, you know, stated profit on ETH, but now the fucking Tink opens up, and you want to go buy some Tink, you want to play it that way, let's fucking go. So I get really excited about this. Yep. All right, I see.
So this is a really good visualization so everyone can see. You're gonna be thrown into this thing where you're presented with the 4 auction options. And each one is going to be displaying its separate ROI. Right? So you're going to get this, you're going to get it right in your face here.
In your face.
And then you're not, and then at the same time, there's going to be a little countdown on the Tink to let you know when that's going to open. These are going to be open all through each day, every day, right? But Tink is always going to have its countdown to the opening, last 2 hours of every auction day, and then that's when the claim happens. So it's pretty smooth. So if you're going to go in with the intentions of doing hyper, you're going to get to do your hyper input right here. So we just wanted to make sure people knew. It's like if you're clicking something, there's not going to be a mistake. There's no drop down. It's click, go into it. Yes, you're absolutely in hyper. You know that you're depositing your hyper for your warp tokens, and there it is. And you go back to the beginning. And if you said, hey, I had some X28, I had some ETH, you know, but we're really hoping that if this goes the way we want it to, right, ETH is going to be a massive boon for us, having that as an entry, and allowing people from easily being able to communicate. Hey, if you don't know what TitanX is, that's fine. If you don't understand the entire ecosystem, you come in and you're like thrown into this whole thing. And I understand. I know what it's like. Maybe for us it's a little different, right? Because we watched everything. We've watched everything for a year and a half almost now, And it's like when you gradually get fed everything that's coming and you have this amalgamation of knowledge that you have and experience now, it's like, yeah, it's fine. I understand the entire ecosystem inside and out. Somebody coming in right now, they come into the main Titan X chat and we're just like, we're like, yeah, it's Titan X ecosystem. There's a lot of protocols. Use your Titan X, leverage it, And people are just like, I have no idea. Do I just get Titan X or what is, So you can have your ETH and eat it too.
I like that.
Tasty.
Maybe also put well, maybe not. I had an idea, but I was like, that just makes the page too complicated. It looks good.
So of course we got all our stats down here. We're going to be tracking a lot of different stuff. Here's where the burn comes in. So there's going to be 3 separate calls, right? You got your ETH that's going to go and transform into X28. You're going to have your X28 that's going to transform into your X28 is going to buy Hyper. And then you're going to have your Hyper that buys and burns Warp. There's going to be a Hyper burn built in there for every time that's called. There's going to be a portion of Hyper that's directly burned. Most of it, the majority, is going to go to burning Warp because we want to burn our token. Is that wrong? So that's how that's going to go, and there's nothing in there to show. So Johnny and I are playing with this. We're working with the devs. We're just making sure that everything looks good, works right, works correctly. And then here's the other aspect of this. The Tink auction, right? The Tink auction is apart from Genesis and Liquidity. It's going to go into farms, and we're going to farm on the Tink Titan X farm. All of that's going to go in there. That's going to allow itself to accumulate Tink, and then it's going to be 100% burn of the Tink fees. So that's what the Tink auction is always going to be doing. Everything that's coming in apart from Genesis is going to be going in back, rolled into the farm to increase our position, to gain more, to farm more Tink, and that's just going to be an endless loop. You're going to be able to just burn there's going to be a window when that opens, and you just burn all the fees. So we're hoping that accumulates a lot, and it becomes a rather large Tink burner in the ecosystem. And unfortunately, shout out to Ascendant. I don't know the stats on Ascendant right now and what the dent they've been able to make in burning Tink. But I know that they're pretty much the only one out there right now that has launched and is an actual protocol that has a focus of burning Tink. Once the farm is going and we start accumulating, we're going to be able to get some stats on that to see. So
nice.
Yes, sir. And then we got our standard stats page. I'm not going to show you the tester admin page because that would be revealing too much and take you behind the curtain a little too much, and we don't want to do that. So here, that is it. So everybody, the major portion here is we like the feel of a flow across, right? There's no separate things that you're going into. All of your options are right across the top. All of your auctions are going to be right in your face. You're going to get to see the ROIs. So you're going to get to play the game, right? You're going to get to see what has the massive ROI versus another. What if you were going to go hyper that day, but then you're looking, the X28 ROI is just ridiculous. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to go with the X28 today. So, and then remains to be seen how people take the Tink. Take the Tink.
Take it.
Take the Tink and warp it. Okay. All right. I'll see you later. Is that good? Is that a good preview for people?
I like it.
Johnny,
it looks really clean.
It's simple. Clean. It's simple. It's sweet. And what we weren't look, there's a lot of UIs out there that are absolutely like gorgeous artwork. And shout out to all those guys. We kind of wanted to go in the opposite direction. And we don't want you staring behind these and just staring at our website. We want you here doing what it's intended to do. That's it. We don't care
Look,
about
you
all the
fucking
other
stoners. Stop
we don't-
staring at art.
Listen, no, some of them are absolutely gorgeous, right? For us, we're going for maximum utility here, without 5,000 different tabs, like Nathan was saying. You come to the front page, boom, it's right in your face, all four, bing, bang, boom. What am I going into today? Oh shit, there's 30 minutes left until the Tink auction opens. I'm gonna hold out and I'm gonna jump into the Tink auction maybe or whatever. And just like you guys were talking, if Hyper's at a 20% ROI, X28's at a 300% ROI or something crazy, who knows, right?
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't fucking wait.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. And then the other thing is because we're also farming, so that's gonna help stabilize the Tink price. We're also gonna be burning 100% of the Tink that our farm yields. Okay, so you don't have to worry about time farmer just nuking yield every single day or every week or whatever, right? That's also pretty cool. Then you have, like Nathan was talking about, Ascendant, so pretty soon we'll be able to do some cross collab streams with Ascendant with those guys and just talk shit to each other about how much tank we're burning. but it's gonna be all in fun, right?
Yeah.
I love those guys, love what they're doing, and hats off to them for actually making a move to burn tank. But here's a perfect example of today. If anyone was looking at the Richard Hart core coins today, Pulse Chain, what happened in Pulse Chain, right? His case got dismissed. What was the number one thing that moved? Fucking the incentive token.
Ink, yeah.
Ink just shot up 74%. That's fucking wild. 74%. Scoop, just like that. And I've been telling everybody, damn it, on like 8 streams that I've done, do not sleep on Tank. Do not, if you look at, all you have to do is look at what Incentive has done in the past, right? And our farm is kind of built on the idea of what their farm did, and we're making it better by making it deflationary, right? We have things burning Tank. There's nothing burning incentive token. You know what I mean? No one's burning incentive token.
So what's going to happen when Eric's SEC case is dropped? Tank is gonna.
Tank is gonna go to at least 13.
Now people are like, wait, hold on.
Oh, Rector Riches.
James is
it's
in
a
the
joke.
house. What's up, James?
Eric does not have an
SEC, buddy.
case. Okay.
I see you, James. I see you, buddy. What's up, Utah?
James, appreciate you coming in, sir. And
man, what time is it where James is?
James is an animal. This guy is always around now. He's in that full on, I will sleep in 2026. Like, this is not the time to sleep.
That's exactly how we are.
Depends on what time it is on Uranus.
Shout out to Facing I can't get away from fucking Uranus. I
want
to do one stream without Uranus
get away
being
from
plastered all over it. Uranus is everywhere.
It is everywhere.
I mean, it is. There's like billions of people with them.
There's billions of Uranuses.
Do you have it?
Billions.
Never mind.
Shout out Erwin. He's in here. Appreciate you, sir.
What's up, Erwin?
Facing Reality. Shout out to Morpheus, because that's what he's part of. Morpheus is one of my favorite protocols on Dragon X. Big fan of Dragon X. Bigger fan of Morpheus right now. It is a motley crew. Shout out to you, Utah. Shout out to you, M Rock Jockey. Okay, I like it.
Oh yeah, that's good energy right there. Appreciate that.
Michael fucking Todd, I like it. This guy comes in from the TG chat because he's just got that much going on. He's like, I'm gonna fucking do it. Who cares? Chat and stream. Let's fucking go.
You made a wise choice, Michael.
Shout out to me. I appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So Mo, we just wanted to make sure people understood. Me and Johnny are not. We haven't gone anywhere. We are trucking away as best we can in getting this thing ready to go, ready to take in the market. And it's it's been a journey so far, and you know, the time in the Titan X ecosystem right now is it's interesting, right? Because this is not our first. It's so funny to have been in Titan X for so long and be like, this is not our first rodeo with seeing sentiment where it is, and but it's a different ball game, right? Because the ecosystem is alive, right? And there's a lot going on in it all the time with how many protocols are running in sync. Just the web of bonded liquidity that's happening across everything. We absolutely want to hop in on that and support it as soon as possible. But something, the undertaking, the more that we got into Warp, the more we have realized it's just like the monster that this is going to be. It's going to take a ton for us to be able to get this thing, a ton of effort, and just absolute testing up the wazoo to make sure. So we'll get everybody properly hyped and ready to go when we know that it's coming for sure. So,
well, I tell you what, you were talking about like the kind of the dips. The other day it was on stream and we were talking about volume. We were like, yeah, volume's always good. And then right when I pulled it up, it was like the first time volume sucked. Volume in Titan X is back up past 400K for the day. Like this system isn't anywhere close to being finished.
Yeah,
it's got a lot of legs under it still. We got a lot of time. There's going to be a lot of waves. Let's fucking go. I'm excited. Look, I know you guys are dads and, you got real lives and you got kids and shit, so I know we can't go too long.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about in terms of Warp or Titan X?
Well,
I dig the UI, by the way. That was a solid UI.
Yeah, that actually makes me feel really good to see some, and thank you everybody I saw some of the comments coming up there. I mean, to have been working on something for so long and to see people have a positive take, right, on the that's the first time anybody beyond me, Johnny, and our visual dev that actually did everything there. Outside of us, nobody has seen that yet. So I'm happy that we were able to share that. But there, I have something I wanted to bring up as it's not related to Warp, but in a way it sort of is, right? And it's, did we lose Johnny? He had to go dark.
You're about to drop Alpha and you couldn't handle it.
Okay.
Oh,
there he is. I see. But yeah, this is like just me and Johnny, our personal like journey that we've been on together. And I wanted because this is outside. This is like Titan X ecosystem related, Mo, but not, because it's like kind of unknown unless you follow me and Johnny and stuff that we've done. But we've had this like kind of unhealthy obsession with Dragon Fart Dust.
This is true.
And if anybody has been following
oh
us, I mean, we dropped that video like I don't know, a week or 2 weeks ago now. But I don't know what your take on it is, Mo. I mean, did you watch our video?
I did. Okay, so I followed them, and then I watched the video, and I don't know, like I always hate when people are undoxed, so I don't know who the fuck they are. And I was like, I don't know, it's kind of like outside the ethos, and so I mean, I don't know. I ended up unfollowing them, but the video was actually really good, and it actually piqued my interest. But yeah. I haven't gone in yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I mean, I figured that is probably one of the biggest. Are we doing dongs again?
That's a lot of dong. Hang on, I'm gonna pull that back up. I just distracted you. We're on Dragon Fart Dust, and I threw a dong in the mix.
Dragon Dong Dust.
Dragon
Dog
Fart.
dust.
Dragon Fart Dust on dongs. Right.
But yeah, you know, Mo, I figured it's weird, right? Because there are precedents set in within the ecosystem on docs, on not being doxed and launching a protocol. But that's kind of like my soft spot, I would say, from the beginning. You know, when we really got into 2024, right? Because Titan X was a couple months old, right? And then we were starting to see some of the builds come out, right? And some of the protocols actually launch. And you kind of had this like core builder, this core like group of builders. You had the Blaze ecosystem, you had the Helios ecosystem come out. You know, we had more added to Titan X with Hyper. But me personally, and all the chats that I'm involved with, and especially having modded in the Titan X chat for so long, I've seen a lot of voices that and people that had really, really brilliant ideas come forth, and that I personally interacted with and tried to support and help. But it's like, it's really hard, right? When you're coming in, you have an idea. You've got this thing developed and you want to launch within the ecosystem, but you don't want to dox. It's tough because of the community, the tightness of the community, the support of the community, and the belief in being fair to everyone, keep everyone safe, and have something that's available to people that they can go to bed, right, and sleep peacefully with. When you're dealing with Dragon Fart Dust, you're talking about a meme like any other meme, right? This thing it is launched on Dragon X, but it is launched on Ethereum at the same time, right? But man, since that video that me and Johnny did, it has it did not stop for us, at least after that, because
do you want to touch on that video a little bit more, just for anyone who didn't watch the video?
Oh, okay, yeah.
You were kind of talking about what the DX guy was doing.
Yeah, yeah. Because we were as skeptical as anybody else, right? That you're talking about somebody that came in, and for us still, as much as we've actually talked to that dev, and as much as we've been tracking every like move that they've made, every fart that they've made, we you know, as deeply as we've gotten into that, it still is like, it's hard to really want to be able to fully embrace and trust something where you have a protocol, or not a protocol. It's just a meme. It's a no utility, non-protocol meme that just has an ETH LP and a Dragon X LP and an undoxed founder, right?
Right.
And they own a massive amount of the supply. So that's where Johnny and I were looking. That video, it took my friend, your friend Sami video, and we kind of broke that up and just kind of went through. It's like, yes, in crypto, this reputation that has kind of come with meme coins, or with devs or founders that own like majority of this major majority. We're talking a lot. Most of the supply usually means rug pull, right?
Right.
And so when we found this out from the get-go, and when we saw right off the bat, right, you could see we were able to see all the moves that were made, because when from launch you could see where the tokens were going and where all the supply was. It was just like strange. It's just like, okay, why would you have so much of the supply? Why would you split it up into so many wallets? And then we were just expecting, it's like, okay, give it the 6 hour, right, and it's going to nuke. But it didn't. So we're like, okay, give it the day or so, and watch all these things just progressively that get split out. It's like dump, 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 dump. No, that didn't happen either. So we're like, okay, what is actually going on? So that's what the whole video goes into. It's like, okay, what we're trying to say is it necessarily a rug pull when a founder or a dev has majority supply? Maybe, but maybe not. And the maybe not side of it is where we're really interested in what if it's not a rug pull and there's a majority of the supply that is being intended, from what we could see, intended to be put out to onto the open market. Is that necessarily a bad thing? And then me personally, and Johnny, with everything that we're doing with the Warp protocol and looking at how protocols work within the Titan-X ecosystem, it's like, okay, if you were to launch like a no utility meme and all of the supply that would have been allocated through auctions, how would you do that if you just had a straight up meme and you had the supply, and then where do you go from there? Well, what we started watching is some pretty incredible stuff from that point on. And that's what prompted that video, because it's like we watched the thing go from day one to week one. And I think we did that video in week 2. And it's like been 3 weeks since they've launched Dragon Fart Dust, right? So by week 2, we're just like, okay, so what we're just lining it up, right? It's like, okay, we see a massive amount of supply in one person's hands split into a ton of different wallets. A lot of that just it's just sitting there, right? But the tokens that were active were being put into the LP. We're like, okay, they're putting the tokens in the LP. Then they're just going to take that once those go out, and you just would track it. And then what do you normally see? It like goes to a Binance wallet, or it goes out of there, right? Not the case. When we started seeing the first few times where there was a single side put in, the token launches, you see single sides put in, and the thing still is up. As far as I can tell, the thing is still up over the close of day one launch on both the Dragon X and the ETH pools. So we haven't seen this thing. We haven't seen this thing rug. We haven't seen and we haven't seen tokens from any of those wallets actually be dumped on the market as like a market sell. What actually has been happening is a single side goes in, it fills, and if it's ETH or Dragon X, that is being immediately taken and being used to buy back the chart. That's where we started. The first time we saw it happen, we we're just like, okay, that's interesting. But for 3 weeks now, you've had someone that came in, and from what we can tell, so since that video came out, with the conversation we've been having with that dev founder, have been really, really interesting. But it's been really hard to understand if who they are, right? If it's an OG, or if it's somebody that took interest in the Titan-X ecosystem, had this idea and wanted to get something out there and try it out. Well, they tried it out, and it from our standpoint, the mechanics of what they're trying to do, right? You have a no utility meme coin launched on Dragon X and Ethereum that majority of supplies in one person, or that person's hands, right? And they've never sold a single token, and have only allowed tokens to be put on the market via the LP. And whenever those fill, they use whatever it fills in to buy back the charts nonstop. That's just been 3 weeks of that happening now. It has never stopped. Johnny and I are just like floored by that idea, because if it has happened, it's never been broadcast, right, on any other meme coin. But that just has us thinking, like, it has us thinking about Warp Protocol, right? It's like, okay,
Okay.
That's something you can potentially do, right, to help protect floors, to keep action going, and a way to get tokens out. Warp is going to be fair launch, right? I mean, it's going to be the tokens are going to be auctioned every day, right? But
how was DFDX launched?
What's that?
How was the Dragon Fart Dust? How was that launched?
How was it launched?
Yeah, was it a fair launch?
Well, actually, okay, so Johnny, I was kind of like silent during this. Johnny was like guns blazing in the Telegram, right, on launch day, because he was in there and there was the announcements, right? There was a lot of lead up to it, right? And ever since that, we caught wind of the farts coming, right? Because this account had been promoting Dragon Fart Dust for quite a while before the launch. And it was funny because I know that it was even brought up on some streams. I know that even there were some streams I watched where I think either Johnny joked about it or I saw Ted joking about it. But, it was announced. Yeah. So Mo, this thing, and we went through this in our video too, leading up to the launch, there were 2 audits performed.
Two audits on a meme coin.
Yeah, 2 audits on a meme coin.
With fuck all utility.
Yeah. And you had and you had somewhat of a white paper, right? They joked it looks like a joke, right? It's a wipe paper. It has a dragon farting and there's toilet paper, right? But it's extremely bare bones.
Great.
It's extremely bare bones as you would think a meme coin would be, right? It's like, okay, there's going to be 2 LPs launched. Titan. There's going to be 2 LPs. Dragon Fart Dust and Ethereum, and Dragon Fart Dust and Dragon X. And then there were multiple days of preparation where in that Telegram, right, this person that's heading that up was saying there was going to be a launch window provided. They did honor that, right? So they provided a launch window so people knew the day that, or they knew a time frame within it. They gave a long one. And it ended up like going up right. I forget even what it was. It was like they gave I think it was like almost a week launch window. But they still did that. So it's like, okay, this person came in, and from what we could summarize from conversations with them, they were trying to do what they could to follow the ethos and try to maintain anonymity. And they have not budged from that, no matter how Johnny and I urged or how we were trying to help them. And this is what goes back to what I was saying. My soft spot for me trying to help in the past, it's like I've seen things launch that people still wouldn't even know. I mean, do you guys know there was a protocol that was launched called Raffle? Do you even know that, Mo? Do you know that, Johnny?
I didn't actually know he launched it.
He did. It did nothing. Because he didn't dox, and he got and he got booted.
That's
from,
kind of my thing here. Is like I just, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Ouroboros
you like Ouroboros, right?
It's not dox, but like I know that dude. He's been in the community for a long time, and I've known him from even before that. Like I've interacted with Shadowy for quite a while. But I don't know. It's just weird for me. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't do it, but it's just, like for me, it's just, like it's sort of like for me, it's like, okay, I get it. He's been doing awesome things and it's working. But what if he does it like just 6 times in a row and then rugs the whole, I'm like, I don't know.
That's a long con, man.
I'm not trying to, yeah, that is a long con. But, and I'm not trying to, I feel like I'm talking shit about you guys. You're like, I just fucking found this meme coin and it's actually legit, but I'm like, I'm not trying to talk shit about it. So I'm sorry. Let me check my energy. I'm just like, me personally, I'm not a fan of undocked shit, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, I understand. And that's the case. I mean, and that's what now I'm starting.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah. So since that video, Mo, the conversations between me and Johnny and the dev did not stop, and they've only intensified, right? Because then we're like, listen, what you're doing is incredible, we think, from a standpoint of how you're trying to manage liquidity and how you are your intentions on what you want to do with getting tokens out. It's like, can you manually fair launch a meme coin by releasing supply via the LP and not via auctions? Well, you know, if you had to do that, right? If you were launching a meme coin and you decided not to put all the supply out at the same time, and you wanted to make sure that people were able to get tokens at the current market price, you know, you would put them in my opinion, I think a good way to do that is put them in the LP and let people buy them that way. But then the other aspects of that, it's like, just like, I never even crossed my mind that you would then you let an LP fill and then utilize that to buy back your own chart. It's like, okay, that just is blowing my mind on the daily as we're watching this happen. So this whole thing, right? Johnny and I did that video, like, I think it was a week ago at this time. Since then, urging to dox has not been heard. And our
Like, you guys
caution-
are asking him to dox and he's not going to do it?
Yeah, asking the docs not going to do it, and saying what you're doing is completely cutting you off from an entire ecosystem that's hungry for something that they can, you know,
Anything.
The Titanx community, for the people that are involved, love Titanx. They love the protocols. They love fair launch. They love how everything's done. They love their founders. And it's like, if you're not going to show your face and you're not going to help people understand what you're trying to do, this thing is just going to either continue on how it's going, and you're eventually going to run out because you're not going to get enough participation, because you're just going to eat away at what you're trying to do, right? You can only do this liquidity loop so many times on your own if you're not going to get participation. And all of these factors, right, led us to help them understand. It's like, if you're not going to do this, but you have something out there like this that has a potential like we see, and it's already going, and it's been doing something like for 21 or 22 days now, it's been doing anywhere from 5 to 10K in daily volume. It's like,
not bad.
It's not bad. And Mo, actually, if you
For
are, can you just go on Deck Screener, look up DX on the Dragon X pair and pull that up on the screen? I want to show you something really interesting.
Okay.
And make sure you put it on the Dragon X. Price it in Dragon X.
If he does, yeah, I'll show him.
The V3 Dragon X.
Pull up the V3. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, yeah, there is. So pull up the V3 Dragon X, and I'll tell you a little bit more info here.
All right, incoming.
This won't be the worst chart you've seen today.
Yeah. Okay, so you've got that on the 15-minute, right? Okay. So it's right. If you look at, put it on the day.
Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, right? But you could see, like,
change it to Dragon X, Mo.
And then here's the secret.
Oops.
Ooh.
Oops.
Ooh.
Oops.
Oh, I think I did see.
Yeah.
What are they, like a fucking 5 or 6?
Mo,
What
when
was
this
the launch
coin
price?
when this coin launched, it was at a 50 to 1 ratio. 50 Dragon X to 1 Dragon Fart Dust. Now it's like, what is that? 341 to 1.
Bro.
We've been trying to scream it.
7X.
We've been screaming it. This damn
But
thing
he's
is
not
almost a better
doxed,
store of value
man.
than Dragon X's. I don't give a
I
shit.
know.
All I know is I'm up a 4X. I don't give a shit.
So
Well,
Mo,
Don't give a shit.
So, Mo,
Good
here,
for you. That's
here's-
awesome.
here's something. So
the only motherfuckers up 4X right now.
So here's what happened. So here's what happened, Mo. So this is
What happened was
what happened was, so little interesting thing. So we did me and Johnny did a thing, Mo. I'm gonna
did a thing.
you did a thing.
This is
What
a little
thing
bit
did you
This is a little
do?
bit ridiculous. So we had this. We were talking to this person have them fully understand the implications of what they were trying to do is likely not going to make it within the Titan-X ecosystem unless you're doxxed, you have a face, you're streaming, you're out there, right? And you're getting adoption, right? That's fantastic that you've gone from 50-to-1 ratio on Dragon X up to that said 340 or something like that Dragon X per one DFDX.
Like
that's phenomenal. But it looks like there was I think 120 or so. I think I just saw a deck screen. It said like 100 holders on there right now. It's like, okay, you're not gaining adoption, and people don't want to touch it because there's not people aren't going to support that within the ethos that has been developed. So Johnny and I got together, and we talked. We made some moves. We brought.
You found him and you beat him up.
Yep.
And you were like, "You will now dox."
He let out a giant. He let out a giant fart, and that was it. No. So we made an offer, Mo. I have to tell you, this is ridiculous that I'm even saying this. That we're at this point right now. We made an offer to this guy, and he accepted. So. This is.
What do you mean?
I can't believe we're here saying this right now to you, man. So Johnny and me now are the owners of all of the supply. Of
Leveraged buyout, bitches. Leveraged.
Wait,
buyout.
what?
We are Dragon Fartus now, motherfuckers.
You motherfuckers! You're the next. Oh my god!
We are going to run a community. We are the community takeover of Dragon Fartus is in. It's happening. It's already live, and you can see.
Pay attention.
If you go into the holders on any of the charts, you could see that is the top holder is me and Johnny. That's our supply. So what begins from this point on is us honoring the mechanics that the dev has put in place, right? Because we think
this is your wallet now. That's what you're saying.
What's that?
That's your wallet. Oh, I don't have the right screen up. My bad. That's your wallet now. You're saying the top fucking.
I can't see the number because it's fuzzy.
Yep.
91%.
Yeah.
91% in a multi-sig, safe and sound with me and Johnny. Titan-X ecosystem now has a new meme, Enter the Ring, right? And on the backs of Jake X and Baby Dragon X, the actual memes in the system, and I think there's room for more. And what
you CTO'd fucking Dragon Fartus.
We did.
You took it over.
And we are literally telling you about this right now. And I'm sorry to lay this on you, but we had this kind of hidden in our pocket.
Why the fuck couldn't you
this is our
bro?
So
it was really hard for me to sit here.
Johnny and I needed a playground to test out our theory and what we're going to carry into the warp the skills that we want to develop and carry into the warp protocol, the education that we want to continue to carry forth in the Titans of LP chat, right? What a better opportunity for us to showcase what it's like to easily get into something as a single side, have a position fill, see how that plays out for whatever position. So it's like play around with us, right? Come into Dragon Fartus, take a giant whiff, watch the content that we're going to put out after this. So here's what I want to tell you, Mo. So here's the
bro. I'm already putting up Uranus shit all the time. Now I'm going to start putting fart shit up.
Yeah, you're damn right. You're putting up fart shit in Uranus. Let's go.
So here's what we've inherited.
Hey, wait, hang on. I'm sorry. Ted has been backstage for fucking forever. Can I pull him back up? Because
get his ass up here.
He needs to hear this shit. I don't. Oh my god.
Hang on. Ted is backstage.
Let me see if Ted's ready. Ted, can you even hear me? Are you ready? You good to go? All right.
Let's go.
Sorry, buddy.
I hope his shirt's off.
Oh my god. Ted's asleep.
I'm sorry.
I'm-
folks.
Ted's been backstage for so long. He's been
Hey.
hey, buddy.
Lost Ted.
Hey, man.
What's up, man?
Hey, man. How's it
My
going?
bad.
Hey, Ted.
I think you've been backstage
Oh,
for like
good.
20 minutes.
I knew it was you guys. I had a hunch.
No, it's
I had
now
a
it
hunch.
is. Now it's us. We
This
took
is
that bitch over.
crazy.
So here's here.
In a
Here's
nice
what we-
way. It was a nice handoff. It was a gentle handoff.
Yeah.
That
So
is-
here's what
that's
we've
what you
here's
guys
what
did
we've
awesome.
now here's what we've now inherited. This guy or gal, I mean this guy or girl, right? They started
Probably
a
Because there's
Telegram.
girls in crypto. Shut
That's
up.
right.
Probably a guy.
It's some
You're
yeah.
fucking
okay.
Titan
Anyway.
Latina.
Yeah.
Right?
Pulse Latina, get it right.
No, this is our version, bitch. Titan
Oh, yeah,
Latina.
no, yeah. Yeah, but she rug pulled for like 6 million, dude.
I know. Oh my god.
So we
Anyway, sorry.
inherited a Telegram with like 450 members that has a paid community mod and a raid leader, right? So they're firing off all the time. So we've got the meme, we've got the no utility meme, the all the degen aspects
Can't
are
believe
there
you
in the
guys did
Telegram, and we've been handed over the a fully blue check marked X account. So we are suddenly thrown into this thing.
So you have full control. You have the Telegram, you have the X.
We have the tokens, we have and actually we're going to start putting our first we're going to put our first amount of supply out because from what we could tell we got almost everything, right? And it looks like there was like 60 some million tokens that are actually out right now, so it's like there is like nothing out there. And then you have this massive 90+% of the supply that we are now going to just see how this goes, right? Can you release tokens via the LP as a fair as a no utility meme fair launch mechanism to actually get supply out on the market? So it's like, yeah, we don't intend to have 90% all the time, right? We want people to get involved and get their tokens at the current market price. And how else would you do that other than putting something right at market price and have them available for people to get? So we're gonna see how this goes. I'm super stoked. I'm
This
gonna
is the
take
first
over.
Titan X community
How long have you
takeover.
guys been working on this? How long you sorry, Joel.
Since-
how long
How long have we been working on what? Taking it over?
this fucking taking it
Or just-
over?
Yeah, well, after
Yeah,
we did
like,
that,
is it a takeover, or did you guys actually find him and kneecap him, and you're like, you're fucking.
yeah. We were like,
I wish I could tell my kids.
This is
I
boring.
wish I could say, this is crypto, dude. We're all fucking nerd bros. You know what I mean? No one's kneecapping shit.
PvP. I don't believe you. All right.
yeah. But
okay,
yeah,
so
we-
I'm sorry. You were saying it's the first community takeover.
I will say that. I will say considerable amount of mine and Johnny's capital was put on the table in order to be able to
Oh,
make this happen.
like you made an offer he couldn't refuse.
Exactly.
Could not refuse. And
Could
to,
not
Gotcha.
yeah. So safety of the community, right? Doxed founders,
Now.
and
Check.
making sure that
Check.
everybody right.
Check,
So-
check.
But now we have work to do, right? We've got to get tokens out. We got to let people know when they're out. And I am actually gonna take control of the Telegram completely, of the Dragon Fart Dust Telegram. The dev is that dev is still gonna stick around, right? Because they want to see how it goes. It is their baby, right? And they are willing to let me and Johnny take the reins and see what we can do within the ecosystem and see if people do actually want to participate. So we shall see. We shall see how it goes.
Okay.
I've talked a lot. I mean, Johnny, what do you have to say?
Yeah, bro. Go on fucking mute. Christ.
That's
Everyone's
it.
like, I'm tired of hearing this guy. No, I'm just kidding. No, that was very well said. Listen, so Mo, we first saw this, and like Nathan said, I went into that Telegram fucking aggro. Okay. I was like, dude, if you fuck around, you will find out. You're not going to come in here and fuck around on the community. We have way too much to lose. You know, people are going to chase shiny objects. And if you're a fucking rug, then, you know, because we've seen it before with like Titty X and all that shit. What's up, Sheree? How you doing, buddy? Big shout out. Right? So anyway, so we can't, and listen, I wasn't the only one going aggro on this guy. There was some other people. I won't mention names.
Yeah.
There were some other people in there going aggro from our community, which is understandable because that's why I did. You know what I mean? It was like
There was
Light the
people
motherfucker
that-
on fire.
There was
like
people
three
that-
of us.
and there was people that helped us line up that yes, we were looking at the right wallets that we were following, and we did, because when we watched everything consolidate over the last week, and then finally go into our multi-sig, we were like, oh yeah, we were watching all the right shit, right?
Yeah.
Well,
So
And so everything that we
what-
were watching was true. I mean, it just confirmed everything. It was true, you know.
yeah. So what Nathan's talking about is when this thing launched, right? When normally when a meme coin launches, it goes in all the supplies in like one wallet, and it's very easy to track, right? The way that this launched was different, and that's what kind of caught our eye, and it caught a couple other people's eyes in the ecosystem that weren't super happy about it. This thing launched, and then it went into 3 wallets. Then from the 3 wallets, it went into like 6 to 8 wallets each, right? So that caught our eye, and we were like, why the hell
Yeah, why?
would you do that? Why would you do that? And then we noticed that, so we found all the wallets, tracking every single one of them. Dude, this was our life for the first 10, 15 days that this protocol was launched. All we did was we were in this guy's ass, in this guy's Uranus. Okay.
Tell me Titan X was down without telling me Titan X was down.
Yeah, dude, we wanted some shit to do. So anyway, so what do? Well, I'm a damn master with on-chain analysis. I mean, I can find I will find your ass. You know what I mean? If you fart, which this guy
I will find
can't
him.
do, I will find you. Okay. So I found all of his wallets. So me and Nathan, we tracked every single one, and we were tracking their moves. When we found out that most of them were dormant, they weren't doing anything. There were about 4 or 5 wallets total that were active. Out of those 4 or 5 wallets, all they were doing was single siding over the price. That's it. And then every time the price went through the single side, they would take that Ether Dragon X and buy up the chart. And we were like, what are they doing? That's crazy. Normally, if you're going to single side, you're going to exit your ETH or Dragon X and then dump that, right? And go into stables. That's not what this was doing. So that's really what caught our attention. We did the video, and then obviously me and Nathan talk more times to each other than our families at this point. So we got to talking. We're like, hey, look, man, we believe in this, but not a lot of people do. Why don't we take this sumbitch over, right? Why don't we take it over as the Titans of LP? Because the community at least trusts us, and and the community knows we're not going to rug, because hell, we're coming out with Warp. You know, why we're not going to rug this? Why would we rug this? And Warp costs a lot of money.
That's hilarious.
Let's just say,
You know,
Warp.
Let's rug a meme coin while we have a giant protocol coming out.
I mean,
Right.
at this point, Ted, you know how much a freaking Titan X protocol costs, right?
Right, it is
Oh,
not
yeah.
cheap. And then audits, it's like you're done paying the devs, and then the auditors come over, and they just kick you right in the nuts.
I could have been driving a Mercedes Benz.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. So,
Wow.
anywho, the idea here is, okay, well, the key thing for me and Nathan was security, and we didn't want anyone. We didn't know what this guy's end goal was.
Excuse me.
And you'll never will know. We'll never know what the end goal for this was.
You have no idea who did this, by the way. I'm
Not
just
a clue.
totally interrupting.
It
you.
could have
I'm
been a
sorry.
long con. It could have been the long con. Here's the thing. Now we don't have to worry about that because it's in me and Nathan's hands. 100% of the, well, not 100%, but all the supply that was left to be given was given. And now instead of 20 wallets distributed by 3, distributed by 1, we took it all and moved it all into a multi-sig. So
Oh, in a
multi-sig-
multi-sig. I think you
Yeah,
said that
it's-
before, and I missed
yeah,
that.
it's in a multi-sig right now, and people
Okay.
can either go on chain or whatever. You can find it on Deck Screener. You can see the wallet, and you can track the wallet now, and you can go ahead and track our movements as the Titans of LP, knowing every time you see a move, that's coming from us now. You don't have to worry, oh shit, if the price goes up 10%, is he just going to rug this sumbitch? We're not selling. We're not selling.
Okay.
Because we don't need to.
All right.
We don't have to sell,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Now it makes sense. You're talking about it being like your playground.
Exactly. We don't have to.
So you're
we don't have to sell.
You're envisioning doing things like this with Warp?
Well, we plan from what we learned with how he's doing liquidity single side, setting floors above price, below price, moving the floor up with the price, that kind of thing, and just watching how the ratio changed. Okay. That really was an eye opener for us. And if you don't think for 5 seconds we're going to be employing some of that knowledge, you're out of your fucking mind. Because some of the shit this guy was doing is very basic. If you're a liquidity provider, you're like, that's basic shit. However, no one's doing it. No one's doing it on a protocol. So we're like, fuck, man, we're going to do that. And guess what? If other people, wink, wink, nod, nod, Ted, if other people see us doing this and seeing, hey, look, holy shit, you have a buy and burn, right? With Warp, we'll have buy and burns, but then we'll also have protocol buy, like founder buys. What if the founder buys his own coin instead of just hoarding it and selling it off or whatever, right?
Yeah.
What if? Holy shit, you can make a chart go up. Fancy that.
Well,
Now,
okay. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Right.
Imagine a chart going up instead of just launch and then maybe, okay, it'll go up.
Yeah.
Because if you look at everything else, and it's not a knock on any of the whole everything's down in crypto. All
That was a
charts,
great sound effect.
Everything is.
all charts look like ass. But what if you can make it look like less ass? You know what I mean? That's what we're trying to do here. And another thing,
Make it
that
look
ass
like
on a
less
diet.
ass. Yeah, make it look like less ass, but yet it's called Dragon Fart Dust.
yeah.
Where do farts come
Nathan-
Fucking
from?
themes.
Nathan made a comment.
Where farts come from?
I'm making a theme song for Dragon Fart Dust. Where
Oh
do
my
farts
God.
come from? The dragon's ass.
God damn it.
No, it's got to be like Team America, where you get the AIDS song and the guy in the background's like, he died of AIDS. You need like a backup singer
Yeah.
that does like Dragon Fart Dust. Like, something like that.
Right, but the idea here is to make this like a sandbox for our Titans of LP community, where we can have them. Hey, look, do you want to learn how to single side? Come on into this specific LP. We will walk you through it. We will teach you how to do it. Because guess what? This coin doesn't go up and down 30% in a day. It doesn't go down 30% and then up 10%, then down 40%, then up 30%. It doesn't do that bullshit. It literally just goes up and to the right. Especially if you're looking at the ratio of Dragon Fart Dust to Dragon X. Ted, not sure if you heard this earlier, but when Dragon Fart Dust launched, it was a 50-to-1 ratio. 50 Dragon X to 1 Dragon Fart Dust. Now it's at a 341. So
That's nice.
if you
That's
were listening to Marco way back in the day talking about ratios, he did a whole "I Had a Dream" speech, Martin Luther King Jr. about ratios. If you
Shout out,
listen
Marco.
to that, shout out Marco. If you listen to that, that's really what you're looking for. You're not necessarily looking at the USD price. You're looking at how much of this thing can get me this thing.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And right now, this thing gets you a whole hell of a lot of this thing. And the only reason why Dragon Fart Dust is down is because Dragon X is down.
Yeah.
It's dragging that ass down. You know what I mean? Dragging that X down.
so dumb and so perfect at the same time.
That
Oh
is
my god,
the only
dragging
reason.
that ass down.
If you look at the chart, yeah, there was like a $100 sell, a $90 sell. That's it. But it's down. It was down 15%. Well, that's because it's bonded liquidity works both ways, right? It goes up, it goes
Yeah,
down.
it's a two-way street.
So
Yeah,
it's a two-way
Is what it
street,
is.
and that's fine. But we were excited because it's tethered to Dragon X, and we all saw what happened to Baby Dragon X, and everyone on this fucking call I know faded it. So, here's your chance. Here's another thing built on Dragon X, another meme coin that's built on Dragon X, and James had said it a little while ago in the chat. Like you can mess around with hooks on V4, absolutely. You can mess around with liquidity webbing, absolutely. Like we will be doing streams with James in the near future now that we can actually come out and say, hey, look, we're Dragon Fart Dust, right? Now we are now. We can do streams with James. We can do streams with Rudy and just talk just straight up meme coin shit.
Rudy.
Yeah, Uranus.
Between you
whatever.
and Rudy, now both of you motherfuckers, you guys and Rudy, are both these guys that like did this thing and didn't fucking tell me. Can't you guys tell your friends so I can be the insider, please?
That's not fair to launch first principles, Mo.
Shut up. I'm your friend. Come on. Let me get to this chat because I've been ignoring the chat for a little bit. Zybar, I appreciate you very much for sending 420,000 dong my way.
I feel like that's
Appreciate
way more
you,
than
sir.
$16. Don't even look at the fact that it's $16. Just look it up.
We looked it up once because we did it once and it was like, no, he just sent me like $10 or something like that. We were like, no, I don't care. I'm going with 100,000. 100,000 is what he sent me. That's
Hell
what I
yeah.
like.
That's what you go.
How do I get that off your face? Hang on, sorry. Nope. Well, that works a little bit. Okay. Utah, shout out to you, sir. Appreciate you. You should have seen the dust fly when the dragons dawn. Oh, Jesus. Stop encouraging him.
LOL,
Oh, my
indeed.
God.
Yeah,
YouTube's
see, look,
just gonna
James
yank
is
me.
in. And look, if you go up, you'll see where James is like, I don't care about Ducks Founder. You know what I mean? He doesn't give a shit. He's true degen. Listen, when me and Nathan were playing on base, when base was going through its thing, right, last year,
That's
bro, we got into Brett. Don't know who the fuck that guy is.
same here. No, I mean I played the whole time.
Roost.
I didn't give a shit.
You remember
about
Roost?
Being doxxed.
Didn't give a shit, right? Who's in charge of Roost right now?
Andy.
Andy. And
Yeah.
who's in charge of Andy right now?
I don't
Can you guys
know.
tell me? I don't fucking know.
I didn't even
I
look.
made a lot. We made a lot. You made a lot of money on Andy. Okay. motherfucker. Like, and like all those meme coins, like none of them were doxed, and they all have allocation, massive. And you
That's
look
a
at
good
Toshi. Toshi, we were in Toshi early. That we didn't hold it because we were fucking degens, but like that's like the number one meme coin on base right now besides Brett. Toshi, I think, has more market cap now than Brett does. But we were in all those. No one knows who the hell those guys are. You know what I mean? It's just fun, and that's why.
It's a good point.
And that's why we took over Dragon Fart Dust, because A, it's hilarious, fucking hilarious, and it's just a meme. It's just fun. This isn't something you put all your money into, but is it worth a punt? I don't know. It's slingshot leverage on Dragon X, which is slingshot leverage on Titan X, which is slingshot leverage on Ethereum. So if Ethereum does a 4X, just start doing some math. What the hell could happen here? And then we might think about bonding with Baby Dragon X and start doing the webbing, start working the webbing out. Maybe that would be something crazy. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. But it's exciting. Either way, it's
it
exciting.
Was I think it launched on the 6th, right?
I don't know.
February 6th. Yeah, it should have been. I think that's it.
Wait, you're talking about Dragon Fart Dust?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. That seems right.
Sounds
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so before the launch, I went downstairs and I dug up an old laptop. Did some updates.
You're like, just in case this is a run.
Just in case. I mean, this thing was a brick, but it
Nice.
served its purpose. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, all right, here we go. So I threw a couple $100 in there
That's
and
it.
said,
Have some fun.
Genius.
I was like, all right, let's do it. So it was kind of cool because then at the time, Dragon Fart Dust, the previous owner or creator, founder, whatever, he kind of gave me a little shout out saying, hey, thanks for being there on launch, And I thought, okay, well, that was pretty cool because he
Yeah.
kind of mentioned a few folks. So I just sat and watched and watched and watched and watched. And I was like, okay. And the ratios, as they started to increase, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And now finding out you guys are managing
Why
it.
didn't you guys tell me? No one told
I'm like,
me.
Well, this just
That-
became a thing. It's not like this has been a thing for like 3 weeks. This is kind of new.
No, I'm going to
It
stay
is.
bitter for a long time. That's all there is to it. I'm mad.
Man, we were trying to not. Here's the thing, Mo. We didn't want
I'm
to.
kidding.
we didn't necessarily want to shout it from the rooftops on X, because if this was a rug, that's a bad look for us, right? You know, so we were in the Telegram and we kind of softly talked about it in other telegrams without, you know, trying to shill in other people's shit, trying to be respectful of their stuff. But I mean, and then our big thing was our video. That was our way of saying, hey, look, we've looked into this. This is legit. In our eyes, it's legit. If you trust us, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You put the video out there and I faded it. God damn it.
You didn't fake
I don't
shit.
know why.
You
I mean, I didn't
shit.
fade it, but I didn't go into it. I was like,
It's all right.
it's
It's not like
dark,
dude,
so-
it's not like it did like a 1000x.
I mean, it's only at like
we're just
300
it's just chilling.
market cap,
But
yeah.
that's the beauty of this thing, man. It doesn't just do like a 10x in one day, which a lot of people be like, I don't want to do anything that's not a 10x in one day. What would have? Look at every single meme coin that goes up super fast. What are they doing right
especially
now?
in this cycle. Especially in this cycle.
They're all down 80%, 70, 80%. All
Hey,
the memes
you know
on
what?
base, they're all down.
That's a
70,
good point.
80%.
That's a good point because a lot
Mm-hmm.
of Titan X likes to talk about this future hypothetical event where we're going to get a God candle. What
Yeah.
always comes with the God candle? Every single
The-
time when the God candle
the
happens,
the devil's
boom.
dick. Yeah,
it comes right back fucking down. You know,
Absolutely.
If you build it over time, and that God candle creates a year, you know, it takes a year to create, like PTGC,
right.
you
Right.
can sustain it. But if you do it all at once, the guy who bought 5 minutes ago is gonna fucking dump it and cheat it. Like,
Right.
so
Right.
yeah,
We all saw that
it-
with Trump coin. We all saw that with Melania coin. We also like that's how like those, you know, when people think of memes, they want to see like, you know, 100 million market cap with like 10 million plus in volume. Like that's super Jeet central. What if there was a meme out there, still had no utility, it was a pure meme, but it didn't have dumpamentals. Right? It didn't have that dumpamental aspect. Well, guess what? You can't dump this because 91% of the supply is not on the market. You can't dump it. No one can dump. No one has more supply. And if you do, guess who's going to buy it? We are.
Yeah.
We're going to
Okay.
buy it. So now it's kind of like, do I want to dump it? Okay, go ahead. You can dump it. But guess what? We're going to keep doing what we've been talking about. We're going to keep doing the single side. We're going to keep exiting single side and buying the chart up. We're going to keep doing. Oh, Nathan, speaking of which, before I go off on a damn tangent, I think you wanted to say something about the Uranus giveaway thing. Wasn't there like a giveaway?
Oh right,
or
yes.
something?
Well, since we're looking through the X account now, right? And it seems like there was an intention to do there was like a poll taken, and there was some participation, but there was the decision. It seemed. I mean, we can take that forward now if we want to, but we wanted to possibly honor that and have we'll work out the details, Johnny. But that looks like people chose Uranus as the token. Yeah. If Dragon Fartus was to do a next like giveaway, that would involve Uranus somehow.
Yeah. So
we'll figure.
So basically, yeah, someone did like the founder did a poll. He said, what kind of giveaway do you guys want? And the community chose Uranus. So, you know, we took this over now. He's no longer in charge of that. We want to go ahead and honor the Uranus giveaway. So we will be doing a giveaway. I don't know what that looks like right now, but we will be buying Uranus off the market.
Son of a bitch.
Fresh.
Can't get away from it.
Fresh.
Fresh.
And we are going to give it away to a community member.
Ted, how you doing over there, man? What do you think about all this?
Hit me, Ted.
fucking
Ted looks
nonsense and
fresh, bro.
craziness?
Ted, why are you so fresh, dude?
Why
You
am I
look so
fresh?
fresh. Yeah, dude,
Because
you
you
look
went to
fresh,
Philly.
bro.
Dude.
Yeah,
Well, I
that's
went
right.
to Philly.
Yeah, tell
I
us
think-
about your Philly trip, bro. I want to
Yeah,
hear about it.
I got sick in Philly. and then I got,
No.
and then I spent like
I
4
went to
days.
Celia got picked.
Like it was bad. So I had now I'm no longer contagious. I had COVID,
Nice.
influenza A,
I'll get
and
back to
RSV all at the same
Jesus
time.
Christ.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus, Ted.
Yeah, I lost a little
All
weight
right,
too.
Ted, you're bumming me out, Ted. Tell me something. good
Anyways.
about
All right,
Philly, bro.
hang
Anyways,
on. What? No, I was gonna bump you off, but then I wasn't sure if I actually booted you off the stream. I was like, never mind.
Oh.
I'm gonna screw it up there and, and just rug him completely.
So, anyways, the Philly trip was really, really good. And whenever there's an opportunity for anybody that has lives in an area where there is going to be some type of conference, I highly recommend going. Just the interacting with all the different people that were there. The speakers were really phenomenal. A lot of video was taken. I talked to Mo about it a little bit the night at the hotel, and brought a lot of it back, and just really started thinking about the real buzz at the conference was everybody's like, an app is a really good tool to try and promote your product, So talked to a couple people that really specialize in it, and they were given a lot of really great information. So I came home and started thinking about what can we do for Titan X, as an app, per se. So, so I started looking at and working with obviously Grok and everything else. I started asking just a bunch of series of questions and how we could utilize X through an application it's a DeFi, basically Web3 build. It'll have as far as security and everything like that. So the idea is to come up with an app that could reward in a way the community members by posting. So to give an example, but this gets good. So I can actually use some of the API functions. Yeah, some of the API functions in that X offers. So if this was to come together, a user simply would go to this app, whether through a browser or on your phone, whatever. I would never do it on the phone, but you go to the app and you would create your account based off of your X account, your X account.
So it would like link your X account.
Right. And so then,
Okay.
with that, how could you keep track? Well, then you'd be able to connect to your wallet, a variety of wallets, Rabby, whatever. All right.
Okay.
Once you do that, it creates an account for you. Boom. All right. So then this account is created, and a lot of this right now is just really open thoughts and how to make this to where you can't.
I like
be
where this is going.
manipulated.
Damn it, keep going. I like it.
All right. Anyways, so if the application when it's up and running and you create an account, so then if, for example, if somebody was to make a post about Titan X or any of the protocols within the ecosystem,
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome, guys. Please do that. Keep
yeah, if you look at my posts, a lot of times I'm throwing a bunch of stuff from way out in the world. I'll go to Deck Screener and I'll look at what is hot at the moment and I'll put that in there and I'll push it out.
Yeah.
So
Get eyes. Love it.
yeah, and so looking at it from that perspective, how can we refine the process of posting and incentivize the community to do it? So, for example, if you just put a post out and it was just text, you would be awarded 100 Titan X tokens, just 100. All right, but there's limits that are set. So you're only allowed to post up to 10 posts per day.
Like you can't bot it to death, kind of thing.
What? Oh, wait till I get into this. This is good. So you would do a post, and if it has graphics or a meme or anything, all of a sudden you're getting 1,000 Titan X tokens. Okay. Now, how can I really figure out whether or not people are actually doing it? So what I kind of figured out is that in the code, I can actually have X manage and monitor these accounts to where it'll look at the account that you registered, and then it's also going to look at the account as a whole to see if you have aliases or other accounts. Okay. But you can only use one. All right. And it's going to keep track of that. And so then you do your posts for the day, and say you did 5 text and 5 graphical. That's 5,500 tokens. 5,500 tokens that you could earn that day. All right. Now, the user, if they're serious about this, you're creating a competition, or you're creating something that people are going to want to get involved with, because there's a scoreboard. There's like a chart that will keep track of who's doing really, really well. So how can I avoid people just simply copying and pasting the same thing over and over again? Well, in the code, I have it to where I look for the slightest differences. So if you remove a period, or you just throw a comma in, it's going to start to look at every post you make. It'll determine what tokens you qualified for. All right. And if you think you've posted to like a hashtag to Phoenix, for example, and that's all you put, no go. You don't get credit. You just can't put a protocol out there and just post it. So there's rules. Yeah. So there's rules. So, and then what it's going to do, it's going to keep track of all these posts. And then the user would go to their app and say, how did I do today? Boom. And you'll be able to see how much you earned. Okay. Now, based off of UTC time, the system resets the very next day.
Sure.
So now you can do 10 other posts and earn. So you have day limits, and then you have lifetime limits. All right. And there's rank associated with this. So people will be able to see who's actually really wanting to earn tokens and spread the word.
Nice.
So to even make it more intuitive and smart is that if there's any derogatory language, anything like that, you don't get credit. Boom, You're out. All right. You can post all you want. And if you think you're going to get credit for it, you may want to figure out what you're posting, because if you don't meet the criteria, or you try to make it look bad.
Bro, can you get docked Titan-X if you soft FUD?
What?
Like
we withdraw
people that are like, I'm just a little bit concerned, like concern trolling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Well, okay, let me get into some really wild shit here. So for example,
we gotta cliff notes a little bit of this because we're already an hour and a half in. I gotta wrap it up.
I'm cliff noting this
20 minutes
because I just added this, and this was to make sure that people can't cheat the system based on all the different angles that I can think of. But then Grok's actually throwing in things saying, hey, you know what? If you're going this deep, you may want to think about this. It's like, oh, okay, let's lock this thing down. So in the end, if it will work, I know it'll work. But here's the thing. The app is built for the community, and the community can benefit from it by broadcasting to the world. So if you actually add a hashtag or whatever to, say, Brett, because you were talking about Brett earlier or whatever, right? That shows that you're reaching outside of our ecosystem.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Right. So, so there's limits to everything that you could possibly achieve in a 24-hour period. So, and you don't have to do them back to back. And if you think, well, what I'll do is I'll just set up 3 different accounts and just make a shit ton of scheduled posts, and we're good. Well, actually, within the data, it'll actually be able to tell if it was a scheduled type of event. So even if somebody like just thinks, all right, I'll do a week's worth of posts and not have to worry about it and just go check and collect my tokens. Well, if they're going to do that, there's a catch, because if they see if a pattern is seen in that post process, I guess, it's going to catch it, and it's going to be like, whoa, dude, it'll basically just not award you. So to make it actually work would be to where we would have to come together as a community and maybe vote on something or talk about getting a set amount of Titan-X as, the reward pool. And we're talking such small numbers of awards on a daily basis, but then you multiply the number of the people in the community. So I've got some rough numbers on what we would need to get it up and running, but at the same time, try to figure out how we can feed the system without affecting protocols. If that
Yeah,
makes sense.
I was just about to ask you. Everything you said sounds perfect, and we need it for sure. How do you get the Titan X to distribute to people? Where does that come from?
They collect. Well, okay, the Titan X. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, like whatever your reward is. Like, I'm
Okay,
assuming
so-
you're rewarding in Titan X, or are you rewarding in multiple things?
Just Titan X.
Okay, yeah. So like, where does that come from?
That's what we have to figure out, because for me to build this, is one thing, but then for me to put, say, 2 or 3 billion tokens in it, that's coming out of my pocket.
Why don't you attach it to a coin?
See, these are the conversations that I want to open up, because now this is where everything's funneling down to this key question.
Yeah, attach it to a coin. Are you? Well, I guess you're too far along in Mizuchi to be able to to attach it to that. Okay, so you just make like a very simple coin, like
Mhm.
and its utility. The utility for this coin is to somehow distribute into this pool, and from the pool, that's what gets distributed out to the people making the posts. So what may have to be tweaked is if I do a post, I am guaranteed this amount of Titan X. That might have to be tweaked because maybe there's not enough Titan X in the pool, if that makes sense.
Right. No, it makes perfect sense.
But that sounds badass.
And what this would do is then once it goes outside the community and people then do come into the community and like say, hey, what's going on in here? All right.
Yeah.
Then the connections start happening. All right. And so if he realizes all of a sudden, wait a minute, I can earn free tokens
Just by posting.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm signing up.
Yeah,
so
dude, absolutely. I'm signing up right now.
He has to.
Like,
he
I've
has
already
to create
signed
an
up.
account.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So, and last footnote, Mo. Last footnote, and I found this really interesting because I went through to try and figure out what now has become a term, post to earn.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So going through it and looking at it, based on I did DeepSeek and Grok, and those were the only two actually. And I asked it, okay, so tell me how many of these exist. All right. Well, there's lots of pay to play or pay to whatever, like Hive Mapper. I use that as an example. You drive, it just collects data and you get paid tokens, and so that's the process. That's the concept. And I really think it could catch on, because then you are bringing people in from the outside to get free tokens. All right. And as they're getting those tokens, they have to do something with them. Are they going to cash them out or say, you know what? This is a pretty stout community. I might just want to keep these and keep earning, and maybe I could do something with them.
Are you in the main Titan X chat?
I think so. I put it. I put out a. Let's see. I sent some.
Mo, you're gonna have to set up another stream, because Ted, you can't let your foot off the gas on this. This is probably one of the best ideas I've heard.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Now, one of the things that we all have to take into consideration is I understand code, but I'm not really good at writing it. So I'm actually relying on some of that code to be generated via what I'm asking for. All right.
Right.
So there's a lot of vetting we have to do, and eyes that I would want to be on it to say, all right.
What are you having it write the code in?
Python.
Python.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can switch it. Whatever.
Well, if it's interacting with the blockchain, I would assume that it would have to be in Solidity. But converting Python to Solidity is simple.
Yeah.
That's
so
very easy.
And on that was, let me see if I can find it here.
But for an app,
oh yeah,
apps run really well on Python. Python does really good for apps.
Yeah, and actually, it was kind of recommended based off of what I was.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, if you were to like pair it with, like, if you came out with a coin, kind of like how Uniswap, right? Uniswap has a coin. right?
Yeah.
All of those things, everything has a coin, an actual token kind of associated with it that helps
Yeah.
feed the system.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming by bonding this app to TitanX, but using your own coin to feed it, your own coin would be buying the TitanX and using it and feeding it in or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. And so it's to the
That would be
point now. This is to the point now where I wanted to kind of announce this a little bit because
Oh, did I
I
fuck
want
up
people.
for you?
Oh no, I wanted to bring this up and let the community know that this really is something I believe that could draw a lot of attention to Titan.
Oh yeah, it could. Listen, man, you already got the wheels spinning in my head. I already see this as if someone from Ethereum is like, what the hell's going on with Titan X? I don't want to buy that. I don't know what this is. Blah, 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 blah. Well, here's a way to get Titan X without having to buy it.
Right.
You got to work for your bags.
Right.
Work for your bags. You either work for your bags or you just buy and hold. Right.
Right.
And
it's
what
easy.
a better way to work for your bags and get paid for work for your bags.
Right. And if you just try to repost something, you can't do that.
Right. It comes with some caveats, obviously. You can't.
Yeah.
It's going to be very hard to game this.
Yeah. So
I like it a lot, dude.
This is what I want to finish up with is,
bro, what happens in like 10 years, bro? You just keep posting. You know what I mean, 10 years from now, your Titan X is Jesus Christ.
And
use that as a savings account.
All right, and Zybar's officially leaving. This is the 5th time he said he's leaving, so I just want to let you guys know Zybar's leaving right now.
All right. See you, Jamie.
Yeah, Shrey's got it. Titan X stripper, dude.
Okay,
this is yeah, dude.
Summary of 2 outputs, one from DeepSeek and one from Grok. And both of them had very similar responses in conclusion based on the code. And this is what it says. This is, why is it hard to pin down? New apps, Web3 moves fast. By the next week, there could be 10 more. Mix the types. Some apps blend post to earn and learn to earn or create to earn, so they're not exact matches to what I'm creating. My twist is it's unique because X is working with type. We're utilizing all the functionality of what X offers, specifically tied to Titan X.
Mm-hmm.
And associated with that is, in conclusion, I'd say there are probably 10 to 20 post to earn type Web3 apps right now that are pretty much similar, paying for social posts with crypto, using wallets like MetaMask, Rabby, that are tied to the blockchain. This will be tied to the blockchain. All right.
Yeah.
But ones and zeros, once zeroed in on X like yours, this is what blows my mind. Based off of the design right now, it says maybe 5 to 10 tops exist like this. Maybe.
I've never heard of any of these.
Right.
And if they are, there's probably some like crazy bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
with
so
no community.
Based on what's known. So here's the final sentence. It says, yours stands out because it's all about hyping Titan X on X with a slick daily reset at midnight UTC. So every day, it's going to keep track of every activity, everything, and it's going to save everything. So it's going to make sure you can't cheat the system.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody's going to think of a way to do it. But if we collaborate and we put our heads together and try to tighten this down, it is tight right now. It is tight.
Mo's your guy. Mo's your guy, dude. He is an X master. Mo is the X master, dude, for sure.
Mo.
I would say Mo is the X master.
Okay, so that's a reflection of what Philadelphia taught me.
Beautiful.
Legit.
And
that is bullish, dude. Bullish.
Yeah,
okay, we need to do a stream on this because I want to go deeper into this, but I don't have time today.
No, that's
we're
fine.
At an hour and 40 minutes right now.
I'm gonna take my shirt off. I'm excited.
You take your shirt off. We're streaming more. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, Warp's cool. Dragon Fartos is cool, but tell me more about this drippy Titan X.
Tell me more about free crypto.
Yeah, and again, the numbers can be tweaked, but I think
Yeah.
using those small numbers would be very scalable.
Yeah, you don't want to give away the farm, right? You don't want to be like,
Right.
"Here, 10 million Titan X for one post, right?
Yeah, and going through this, and Johnny, you said it, and you got to work for your bags. But the whole time I've been working on this, I keep thinking every penny counts. It's like every penny counts. So if you're gonna work for your bag and you can only get 200 free tokens, that's 200 you never had and they were free.
100%.
Every penny counts.
The bull post, something that you should be doing already.
Yep.
But man, even better, we could have a reward structure to where if we do identify protocols or other ecosystems, whatever, in there, that there could be a 2% bonus or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, the possibilities are quite limitless when you think about it, but you have to be able to do it in a sensible manner and be able to manage it. So,
or you could do something like, hey, you know what? Today we're targeting the base community. So for every base, post that you involve like Titan X and base, and you're calling out the base community, you get an extra little percentage booster or something like that. You can have fun with it, man. Yeah, you can do a lot. You can do some damage with this, man. Absolutely.
Yeah. So Nathan and John, I definitely would love to talk more with you.
Yeah, man.
And
my door is wide open, bud.
Yeah, and just so you know, I did share it with the Titan X content creators group, but that wasn't, I typed it up and posted some summaries to just get the idea out, and then I put something actually out on X, I think yesterday, kind of just like a general. It's so complex, you just can't put it in a post, but I put a post out to just kind of give a concept and a teaser.
Oh, I saw that. That caught my eye.
I think I saw that too.
That's what this is.
Okay.
But
wow,
that's it. That's Philadelphia for you.
Perfect. I feel like that was well worth it.
Time well spent.
Time, money, energy. That's what here it is, guys. You want to know what working for your bags looks like? TEDx is working for your bags.
The only thing.
What are 5 things you've done today? What are 5 things you've done last week?
Let me see. I've gone through a box of Kleenex today. But anyways, but yeah, so the rubbers hit the road, and I want to start working with fellow founders and developers and build this together. The foundation's laid, and we can all be part of it. We can all be part. Amen.
What happened to this thing? Were we still doing that? Remember the?
No. Just keep it on your heart. Don't go anywhere with it. This is on YouTube. It's not going out from my heart, staying right on my heart.
All right, Mo. The last thing me and Johnny are gonna lay on you to truly.
I can't have any more. This is too much.
One more thing.
There's so much fucking alpha in this stream. I don't know how to clip it at this point.
To truly seal the deal on community safety with our takeover, Dragon Fart Dust, and where all the supply is, we wanted to ask you, and you take your time, think about this. We wanted to ask you if you would do us the honor of taking a third spot on our multi-sig.
Oh, I didn't know where that was going to go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You need an honor.
I thought he was going to propose.
Yeah. I'm not gay, dude. I'm not.
No.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not there's anything wrong with that. No.
I just been meaning to tell you. Yeah.
I mean,
you don't have to say yes on.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Let's fucking do it.
So if
I've only done that once before. So how does that work?
Yeah.
How does that work?
No.
Wait.
I was like,
does this mean 500 does this mean you're rugging and I'm the only one with the key and you're like, that motherfucker did it?
Bo's the patsy.
Shit. Wait a minute. Let me think about this. No.
No, basically, I mean, you know how multi-sig works, right? Are you familiar with how multi-sig works? So basically, if me and Nathan wanted to do an LP move, we would need One of us, obviously, if I want to do the move, Nathan would have to sign off on it, and that means you would have to sign off on it as well.
Oh,
That's so it's like
okay.
it's fully. I mean, there's a lot going on
I
here,
got
a
you.
lot on the back end. This way, it brings more trust in a little bit to the
Yeah.
community. If
Okay,
we
I'm
have
down.
it as a and the multi-sig is on chain, everyone can see
Yeah, I'm
any
down. I'm
move
down.
that it does.
Yep.
So
100%. Let's do it.
yeah,
Let's fucking
that'd
do
be
it.
cool.
I think it's
We'll
a
talk
good. I
off
think it's a good
stream,
way to
but-
get this going. So,
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
oh man,
Hey,
With what I'm building, there's no rug pulls. Period.
There you go. There
I
you
mean,
go.
There's no
There
rug
you
pull.
go.
It's not even possible.
It's like, oh shit, my app got mev botted. Right.
But
Right.
if we put our heads together, man, it'd be awesome.
No, we can make this.
yeah, I
you-
can't wait to talk more about that. Yeah, and then for everybody else, just keep. Of course, we appreciate the support with Warp. Warp is coming. We're taking a little bit of a side trip here to help me and Johnny go through some blood sport training, right? To help us totally expand our LP skills and prepare us for the behemoth that we're going to get into with Warp. But it's gonna be a trip down fart lane, dragon fart dust lane, right? It's gonna be funny.
Dragon
That's the
fucking
whole
fart
thing. It's
dust.
like
This
we
is
want to
amazing.
have fun with this. We want the community to have fun, but we also want to help people understand the power of providing liquidity and how you can utilize that to your benefit and to a community's benefit and to a token's benefit, and something that's a leverage play that's built on one of the core freaking protocols of the Titan X ecosystem, Dragon X.
Shout out Dragon X.
Come on.
Okay. All right. Legit.
I don't know what that's.
Okay, I got a couple requests here. I'm flat out of time here. I got a senior who's trying to go to bed right now. She's knocking on my door, and she's like, "Help me!" And I'm like, "Oh, go
God.
to bed. Don't even worry about it." So, let me. I'm gonna go do my usual deal. But can we stream again?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we'll stream before Warp. Before you guys launch
Yeah.
Warp.
Oh, yeah.
Which Punk came in late and he was asking when Warp launch. To be determined. You're basically waiting for the bounce off the bottom and sentiment to kind of rise out of the doldrums before launching, right?
We talked to
Is that
Punk.
all said?
Punk knows what's going on. We talk to him all the
All
time.
right.
Yeah, I think he's
Punk.
being.
Quit setting up a T-ball. Fucking just trying to
T-ball.
set up a T-ball for us to knock out of the park. All right, appreciate the T-ball there, Punk.
Big shout out
Okay,
to Punk.
so let's
Punk.
let's
Everyone saw your work live just now when we teased the front end. So if you missed it, go back on it because everyone is really.
Oh, you worked on that?
Yeah.
That's legit.
I can't make
Okay.
shit like that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, if everyone doesn't know, Punk is a visual dev. So you have two different types of devs, right? You have the guys that are like doing this shit, and then you have the guys that come out with like amazing art, that kind of thing. CryptoPunk, he's in our community. You guys may have seen him around. He's in a bunch of the different chats. He is an absolute stud with that, and he loves working for free. So hit him up right now if you need any artwork done. He will do it for free. Just kidding. Don't just
For
kidding. Don't
free.
do- He is a
He
professional.
welcomes all the requests. He'll do it
I'm gonna
all
tell you
for
right now,
free.
this man is a professional, and he gets shit done. He's worked on stuff for our community. He's worked on all different types of stuff, and everything that he touches is fucking nasty, dude. He's so good. So big shout out to CryptoPunk.
There it is.
All right, shout out CryptoPunk. So we'll do a Warp stream before that happens. But now we have to do like an actual Dragon Fart Dust stream.
You
Now
make it
this is
sound
not-
like that's terrible.
Yeah. It's like going to the dentist.
I know, right?
Right.
I know I did make it sound bad. But what I mean, this was it was supposed to be like a Warp stream, and then you dropped all this fucking crazy alpha, and then Ted came in and dropped some
just
more
alpha,
mind blowing fucking
just
alpha.
Started dunking alpha.
So I have 3 streams in one right now, and as awesome as that is, like I get people who are like, you are ADD enough. You interrupt, you go on tangents. Your stream can't be in that many different places. So I need to fucking compact these bitches into one stream. So we need to do a solo Dragon Fart Dust stream. I need a solo. I mean, not like solo like just you, Ted, but a solo subject stream on your new venture. How did you call it again? Post.
It's
Post to
The
pay
term-
or
the term
was it
the
called?
term the term is post to earn, but
post to earn. I just looked it up. Not bad.
yeah.
I got
Just
rugged.
post
I
earn.
got rugged on something with the word "earn" in it.
Yeah, so I'm not really hip on that whole.
Yeah, I
mean,
got rugged on a big time.
So it's
It's
like,
actually-
but here's the thing, Johnny, you know you got rugged and that sucks. And you
Well, it
bought
was
into
a honeypot.
oh
I
okay.
couldn't sell.
Nah.
It sucks.
Oh, I've been in
Did
one of
you
those.
check the things at the bottom? Did you check the red
What's that?
flags and the when on that honeypot you bought? Did you check the?
There were no red flags on it.
Okay. I only say that
For
because
that,
I bought
for that.
3 honeypots, and
it
every
said they
fucking
were
time
honeypots?
every time when I scrolled down, I was like, all I had to do was look. I saw something go wing, and I'm like, oh, FOMO, buy honeypot, motherfucker, they got me again. Every mistake I've ever made is my own fault. Like it's
Oh yeah,
it's
100%.
like you don't take the time, and yeah, you're like, whoa, why did I just get burned? Did you take the time? No. Well, what do you expect?
And Mellow Cryptic, shout out to Mellow. If anyone has noticed the Titans
He does
Tribune,
free work too. Lots of free
Me-
work for
Mellow has a really badass like little newsletter that gives like the news headlines for like the day or what happened the past couple days or whatever. So make sure you're following him. Go check his shit out. He's amazing. And then Shrey is, if you see Shrey, just know that he is one of the pillars of this community. He is he's pretty much one of the reasons why Titan X is not 0 right now. So if you see him around, you give him a fucking high five. Thank you, Shrey, for
Okay.
being you, buddy.
All along that thought, let me see if I can find.
Free work.
Oh God, hang on.
Do not
Talking
ask him
and
for
typing
free
at the
work.
same time.
That was a joke. We're losing Ted. Cut,
All right, here we
cut to
go.
camera
Hang on.
3.
Shout out. Ted's gone. I'm just kidding. You're back. I'm just fucking with you. Let me,
Oh, God.
since we're talking about Shrey for a hot second, let me bring
Are you
up.
gonna put a video up?
No, I'm not gonna bring a video up. Don't worry.
Oh, his
Um,
videos are
Shrey
sick, dude.
Has that's what you meant.
Yeah, like
yeah,
his,
he has
like,
awesome videos.
Yeah, his videos are tits.
No, I'm bringing up. He's got a Telegram channel, an Alpha channel, an Alpha.
Oh,
group,
yeah.
and there
Yeah,
are
yeah.
a ton of
Yes.
people in it. But I want to recommend that everyone go in that. Shrey is one of the ultimate degens in a good way. This guy spots shit before you would even notice it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Johnny. Take away your face right there. Or that was Ted. Sorry. But the dude's a fucking genius. He's a genius with LPs, genius with moves. He spots shit way ahead of time. He's given me so many like ones ahead of time, and I've fumbled so many of them through no fault other than my own. And every time he's like, I mean, I fucking told you. I don't know. What
Yeah, get in his Telegram now because there's like 350 people or so in there, maybe probably more now. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna close it to private at some point.
Probably.
And he gives alpha away. Like he could easily charge for this, the kind of shit that goes on in there.
There are groups like this that people charge a lot of money for.
And he will tell you if your idea is shit. That's the other beautiful thing about Shrey, like in a fun way. But if you go in there and like you try to like, I don't know, call some coin, he will tell you if he thinks it's trash. He'll be like, "That's trash. I'm not going after that." And
Legit.
you'll feel like an asshole. But the stuff that you do hear called in there, I'm telling you right now, if you're looking to just punt on a few things while we're waiting for the market to kick back up, right? Do yourself a favor, go in there, get yourself some alpha, and if nothing else, just hang back and like get a good feel for what's going on and what community sentiment is like. Not just our community. There's people from Pulse Chain in there. There's base people in there, ETH people in there. I mean, Solana people. You got everything in there. So you get a good finger on the pulse of what the overall sentiment is, because everyone in there is like-minded as far as like degenning goes. So we're not saying go in there and take what he says and just go ape all your money, but go in there, you will learn something for sure.
Whoever
Absolutely.
that guy is who's always in my DMs asking me if you should sell his car to go into this, no, don't sell your car. Don't do that.
Sell your car.
Go ahead and go move
Jesus.
it. Dude, I get a guy, like, every time a new protocol comes out, he's like, should I sell my car for this one? What? Why would you ask me that? No, don't sell your fucking car.
Bro.
Well, how many cars do you have? Okay, maybe you can sell one.
Right.
big
You have 5 cars?
Yeah,
Go
I
for
could
it.
Sell one.
Do you have one? Probably not a great idea.
I mean, how far away do you live from your work in the grocery store?
And watch out for leverage, guys. Jesus Christ. Please watch out for leverage.
God. Please, Lord,
Public-
don't be one of
public-
these people getting murdered on leverage.
Public service announcement. Watch out for leverage. That's all I'm going to say. You're probably going to get wiped out. There's a 95% chance you're going to get wiped out. You don't know what you're doing. Price has to move 8% and you're fucking wiped out.
All right, I gotta wrap this up, guys. Thank you very much for being here. This was probably the biggest alpha drop stream I've ever had.
That was a
Probably
lot.
should have titled it a little better if I'd known, but you know, whatever.
That's our bet. That's Nathan's bet.
Look, we
Yeah.
got. I'll rename it afterwards. We got the Warp UI. We got Dragon Fart Dust Community Takeover Extravaganza, and we got Ted's future Titan X earning protocol
/app.
/app, and then we got Shrey's drop on the
Yes.
fucking Telegram channel, Warlords or
And don't forget Mello's Titan Tribune.
Right.
Mel's Titan Tree. There's too much
Yeah, dude.
shit.
Share it out, dude. Share it out. Share it
All
out.
right.
Share it
Well,
below.
then I'll tell you what, gentlemen. Help me out. We'll go around the horn, and let's do our last thoughts of the day. Johnny, why don't you start leading us out?
Sure. Dragon Fart Dust. It's not a rug. It is in our hands. TLDR. We're not rugging. We're not selling. Hey, fucking leaving. Get into the Telegram. Get into the Telegram. Ask questions. Titans of LP. You can get into that Telegram. You can ask questions. Warp. You can get into that Telegram. You can ask questions. Just ask questions. Okay. Follow Mello's Titan Tribune. Follow Shrey on Telegram. I think his X account got fucking nuked because it's X. So get into that Telegram if you can. If you're not in there, get in there and learn something. And stay the fuck away from ladies, liquor, and leverage. 3 L's. Stay away. That's my alpha for tonight.
Nice.
Love it, Mr. Nathan. Okay, good.
So-
Nice.
No, I'm floored, Mo, that you were so open to what the little kind of surprise we threw at you here.
Yeah, well, apologies for talking shit about it right before I knew you guys took over.
Yeah, but no, you gave the answer that
Just
I
call her
figured
baby ugly.
You gave the answer that we figured anybody in the ecosystem would give, right? So
I'm like,
and
fuck that. Oh, it's yours?
that's-
My bad.
That's what we're.
I
working
love it.
from.
I fucking love it. I had it the whole time.
But yeah, I'm super excited. I've been it's been a long time since I connected with Ted. We always bring really good energy here, so I'm super excited to be involved in this. Can't wait for follow-up streams. But
Right.
I'm going to be making my rounds to get the word on Dragon Fart Dust out there as we
Legit.
get on this road. Yeah, continue down.
Continue down this road of farts.
It's lined with magical. I said it. Magical farts.
You said magical, motherfucker.
Insight.
I told these guys a story a couple days ago about when I was asking them to do the warp stream. We got on a little sidetrack, imagine that. I sidetrack a fucking DM, and I told them a story about this girl that I dated who used the word magical all the time. And we had this really fancy dinner once, and she was like, "That was the most magical dinner I ever had." And I was like, "I mean, it was good, but I'm not saying it's magical." And she's like, "Why won't you say the word magical?" I'm like, "Because I'm a fucking man. I'm never gonna use the word magical." And she's like, "What if you saw a unicorn? You wouldn't say that's a magical unicorn?" I was like, "No, I would say, holy fucking shit, that's a fucking unicorn. Get your camera. I'm gonna be rich." Fucking magical. And then so now he just said magical. So I love it. Fucking love it. All right. Ted, last words. I almost sidetracked before your last words.
No, it's fine. It's been a pleasure. Thanks, Mo. And Johnny and Nathan, I just sent you, I DM'd you some data, some information.
Okay.
There's enough there. Johnny, you'll be drooling. I love it. So either way, great stream. Philadelphia was good. Mizuchi win. I mean, we're still
Cooking, right?
Yep, still cooking. We got, and then been too busy for the lounge, but I want to get that back up and running. But I think I'm gonna do more cooking before I get that.
Cooking.
back on.
The Dev is cooking.
So, but thank you so much for having me, guys.
Hey, apologies for inviting you and then leaving you backstage.
It's all good. I mean, the cat.
I
hung
feel
out
like we
with me
made
and
up
stuff.
time for it, right?
He came back. I put the invite for anyone who's my subscriber, and I was like, hey, come up, ask some questions if you want. Everyone's always got stage fright, so nobody does it. And then he came on, but you were like right in the middle of talking about the DFDX, and I was like, wait, what? I kept forgetting Ted was at the bottom there, and he was like, I'm ready. And I was like, yeah, let me just get a spot, and I'll. And I just like got further and further into it. And I was like, oh shit,
fun
Ted.
fact: if Ted is ever in backstage and I'm talking, you definitely have my permission to cut me off to let him in. Not a problem.
Heard.
I'm not gonna.
I
I'm
was
not gonna
too wrapped up
Oh.
in figuring out that you guys were starting to talk about Dragon Fartos in a positive way after I just talked shit about it. So I was a little like, wait, where's this going? Am I about to
Legend.
be... Yeah.
Legend.
Okay. I made an ass out of myself on my own fucking stream. Good job. All right.
No,
There you go.
no,
No, in a
No,
good
no.
way. Come on.
No.
Come on. All right. Well, gentlemen, god damn, that was an awesome stream. We had 150 plus for such a late night. It's hard to get anyone late night. I can't believe we got over 100. We had 150 watching this late night, so that's pretty awesome. Tomorrow, all the European boys are going to watch that, and then they're going to find out about the Dragon Fart Dust, and then, let's fucking go. But I appreciate you guys very, very much. This was awesome. I can't quite believe you guys did a CTO on Dragon
We still can't either.
Fart Dust.
We still can't
Oh,
either.
God. You
Please,
fucking guys are killing
please
me.
don't nuke our chart, guys. Please don't nuke our chart.
Yeah.
Hey, do your wives know? Have you told your wives yet?
My wife
Like,
doesn't
hey,
give a shit.
that $3,000 out of the account.
You really want me to tell
I
my
do.
wife I just CTO'd a coin called Dragon Fart Dust? She's gonna think I'm fucking nuts.
As long as she doesn't know what CTO means, you should be safe.
Just kidding. She definitely knows. My 5-year-old thinks it's hilarious. My 5-year-old thinks it's absolutely hilarious.
Oh,
So when t-shirts and hats?
Oh, dude.
Jeez.
Oh, you know what we were
Jesus.
actually thinking very quickly before you do your mo outro.
Jesus.
Very quickly. One of the things me and Nathan were wrapping our head around was, wouldn't it be cool? Because a lot of the people in our community are our age, right? And they have kids. Some of us have younger kids. Wouldn't it be cool to do a contest to have like one of our kids draw like a Dragon Fart Dust, like for like a PFP, and then choose the winner. We use that PFP either for Telegram or for YouTube or for X. And what a cool story that is. Every time, that person logs into X, they'll see their kids drawing or whatever.
That's cool.
So that's kind of a fun little thing that we were thinking of doing. Sometimes you want to, it's all you see is us. You don't really get to see anybody's family. No one really doxes their family or whatever, but what a cool way to get like some family participation and get some excitement from everyone. Because dude, if you're a kid and you see that your PFP is up, on like a stream, like put it on the green screen, whatever, like that'd be awesome.
I'm just trying to think, like, if I was in junior high and crypto was around then, and my dad was like, hey, buddy, I bought this crypto and it's called Dragon Fart Dust. Bro, that'd be all over my binder and shit. Like everything, like stickers in my fucking locker, Dragon Fart Dust everywhere. I'd start like fucking literally doing graffiti on town. Don't do that. I was a bad kid. I'm just saying.
Mello's CTO, Mello's CTO, buddy. We made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
No, I think he was just joking.
No, he
How to
said, "Did I
present
miss-"
it to your wife. CTO is a means
No,
it's-
he said Mello said, "Did I miss the part where Johnny said he's behind Dragon Fart Dust?"
Oh Jesus.
oh,
Yeah, you missed the entire.
go
stream.
back. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally
Yeah,
missed.
Mello, you kind of came in. You and Trey kind of came in kind of towards the end there, but long story short, yeah, me and Nathan made the dev an offer he couldn't refuse. We are now in possession of the Telegram, all the bullshit. We have the supply, so you don't have to worry. It's not going to rug.
Mm-hmm.
If you
All
were
right.
worried that it was going to rug.
Legit.
And Mello did assist greatly with all the handout and flyers that I took to the conference.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we were working for hours and hours getting everything ready because we had such a short period of time. But hats off to Mello for that, because those two flyers were actually getting a lot of attention. So
Awesome.
Thank you, Mello, and because of his efforts, Mello, tell me what color it is today.
Wait, what color? What is?
The
Be-
terror
because
threat.
because of all his efforts and everything, I sent him a neat little NFT that really reminds me of him.
Oh, okay. Thought it was going to
and
get
it-
kind of weird, but that's
No.
cool too.
Yeah, I sent him an NFT. I was like, "Hey, man, thanks," because I couldn't have done it myself. So he
Yeah, that'd
stepped
have been
up.
awesome if you just sent him a Uranus picture of Uranus. Tell me what color it is, bitch.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Huh? Yeah.
All right, you say that, and the guy's gonna think he's gonna get Uranus in his wallet, and instead he's gonna get a DM picture of your fucking Uranus, and he's gonna be like, "God damn it, these guys!"
Yeah. But
Just wait till that happens, boys.
Jesus
Pictures of
Christ,
assholes
4
are
a.m.
coming around.
Trey, you are a fucking stud. Dude, go to bed, man. He doesn't go to bed.
Yeah.
I said he
I-
was
I-
a champion. I told
I
you.
gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
All right, all of you are champions. We all have to go to bed. I think the senior. Oh shit, the senior. That was like half an hour ago. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Let's bouncy to bounce. We'll do the Momo. And guys, thank you very much.
Do it again. Do it again
Oh
soon.
my god.
Stay tuned.
All right, we'll do it again, guys. Peace out. Love you all.
Peace.
Dang.
Senior, are you okay?
Do the mo 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 mo. Do the mo mo mo. Do the mo mo mo. Do the mo mo. Do the crypto mo 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 mo. Do the mo mo mo. Do the mo mo mo. Do the mo mo. Do the crypto mo mo mo.